our society. I had some good news recently. Found out that my wife is better looking than I am. Thank you very much. Which we had assumed for some time, but we got it confirmed in a very passive-aggressive way. What happened is we're meeting for drinks after work. She gets there about 10 minutes before I do, so she goes inside, grabs a seat at the bar. I show up, go and sit down next to her. Bartender runs over, looks at me, looks at her, and says, excuse me, miss. Is this man bothering you? That's humiliating, right? That's my wife, the love of my life. Want to know the worst part, though? She looked at me, looked at him, and was like, yeah, kinda. This guy's been bothering me for the better part of 12 years now. Your timing's off. I appreciate you making it. Told that joke a couple weeks ago. Someone came up after me a show and said, you know, you really shouldn't talk about yourself like that. You're really not that ugly. Felt like this was an educational opportunity. I said, for future reference, when attempting to make a compliment, feel free to leave out the word that. A simple "you're not" would have sufficed. Guess she didn't want to be a liar. I have a little girl at home. Her name's Lucy. She's sweet. She's about 1.5, 2 years old, and really, I know you lose track after a while. She's about here. This is how I measure. She's right here below the kneecap. My MCL is shredded by her punch me. She's a wonderful girl. I like her a lot. I really like her. I really am a big fan, is what I am. Some people tell me I should be saying love. I'm like, well, she hasn't said it to me yet. Yeah. Don't want to get ahead of myself. Been down this road with women before. You cannot take it back. That's the advice. I got a tattoo of her recently. I did make a big commitment recently. I got a tattoo of her. So it's playing our favorite game. Call it Daddy Flies, where I toss her in the air and often catch her. That's the game we play regularly. Or as my friend John also told me, it kind of looks like me tackling my daughter. I got some solid, this nice ink of me blindsiding her outside her Mary Jane's. She doesn't stand a chance. She got her hands up in the defensive position. Like, whoa! Like, I'm 250 pounds. She's 24 pounds. It's not a fair fight by any. I need to get a line in the bottom of it, like a billiard ball, to separate, like 9s and 6s. Like the tattoo starts here, and it works its way up. As Luke mentioned, my name is Adam Cozens. I'm a married man, as I said. In my phone, I have my wife's phone number saved as a heart emoji, a hug emoji, kiss on the cheek emoji, wifey, wife, 2 kids holding hands emoji, and then the 2 heads with the heart in the middle of it emoji. And in her phone, she has me saved as Adam Cozens. Doesn't even spell it right. I'm not a big drinker, but I think I'm gonna start. Thank you. Thank you, enabling woman. Thank you. That's gonna be my New Year's resolution for 2020. Drink more. Yeah. Because you learn a lot about yourself when you drink. For instance, I think you're a pretty bad speller when you drunk text your entire phone book and nobody notices. It's not really a good sign. Like, it happened to me a couple months ago. Like I said, I don't drink. I went out to a bachelor party with some friends. It was late. We were doing shots. Pull out my phone. I was like, woo! Yeah, just that nonsense you do. Woke up the next morning, looked at my call log. I was like, geez. Got to do some damage control. Called up my buddy Jeff's like, hey man, sorry about last night. I was wasted. He's like, really? Couldn't even tell. As long as I've known you, you've always spelled affection with 3 Ks and a $sign. You're just a stupid person, Adam. That's why we keep you in the crew. You're the dumb guy. All right. It's good to know. Well, if you guys are drinking tonight, be safe, be responsible, don't drink and drive. There's so many ways to get home in this day and age. Just don't take the chance. However, if you do decide to drink and drive, know your rights. Yeah, there's some confusing DUI laws out there. For instance, the open container law. That one doesn't make too much sense. Because it says if you have one open bottle or beer can in the seat next to you, you're driving drunk. You can't do that. You're going to go to jail. However, if there's 100 open bottles and beer cans in your back seat, I mean, come on. You're just recycling. It's like, I'm not breaking the law. I'm saving the planet. Am I right? Was I swerving? Damn right I was, officer. Swerving right in that collection center. Get 20 cents a pop for these long necks. We treat kids the same way, too. If there's one kid in your car without a seatbelt on, CPS is getting called. Getting your whole family broken up. But if there's 45 kids in a moving vehicle without a seatbelt on, that's just a public school bus. We all sign off on that as long as there's thick rubber seats for them to go ricocheting off the ceiling from. It's USA. I don't know why I said that last part. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun here. I grew up in Seattle, Washington. That's where I was born and raised. One person has heard of it. Good, thank you. It's pretty far away, in everyone's defense. Like pretty much everybody that I grew up with, I worked at a coffee shop. That's a tough job to work at when you hate everybody. People coming in first thing in the morning, they haven't had their coffee yet. Your job is supposed to turn their day around. I couldn't do it. My manager used to say things like, "Don't forget, Adam, the most important part of your uniform is your smile." It's not what she said on the day I forgot to wear pants. From that day on, pants, that became the most important part of my uniform. We had a meeting about it, corporate came in, it was real to do. I don't even drink much coffee. My wife's a huge coffee drinker. She's always buying new coffee-related products I don't know anything about. Like, she got a Keurig machine about 6 months ago. I didn't know anything about it. One day she came home, she's like, "Hey, I'm thinking about getting a new set of K-Cups." That sounds excessive. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, honey. If that's what you feel you need to do as a woman, I support you. On the other hand, I have no idea who's going to support those big girls. A lot of ladies start off more modestly, full C, small D. I'm not a doctor. K-Cups? It's going to hurt your back. Think about the community. Think about the Sunday school class. I go to a pretty progressive church. We do some really technologically advanced things at our church. One thing that we do is we do online tithing. Or we do our tithes and offerings online via direct deposit beginning of the month. Good system. I like it. However, a couple flaws I'd like to address with you guys before I leave. Number one, think we need a sticker. Like an I voted sticker. What I'm saying is I need proof, all right? Because the ushers, they do not believe me. They're coming around Sunday morning with that little tithes and offerings basket, like, "Hey, do you want to give to the church?" I'm like, "I paid online." I'm like, "Well, that's between you and God." Like, do you know something I don't? The other problem, and this is probably exclusive to me, is about 2 months ago, my church accidentally withdrew 3 times the amount of money from my direct deposit that they were supposed to. And I got to tell you guys, that's an uncomfortable phone call. Calling up your church on Tuesday morning, "Hey, sorry about, hey, would you mind, sorry to bother you right now. I think you accidentally withdrew too much of my tithing money." "No, I want to go to heaven." Not that bad, though. By the way, would you mind prorating me for last month? It kind of sucked. I feel like you guys weren't holding up your end of the bargain. I'm going to get out of here. I'm not a very political comic. I did hear a politician say recently that if Americans don't shape up, in 50 years, we're all going to be speaking Chinese. Yeah. Like we're smart enough to learn Chinese. Come on, I've been living in this country for 35 years, everybody, speaking this language this entire time. I still don't know the difference between there, and there. I'm fairly certain Mandarin is not going to come a lot easier to me. So there. You guys have been great. Have a good night. Bye.